Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Annie, and today we are going to be doing a very late October reading wrap up. I read, I think, 11 books. 12. Oh. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I read 12 books. I did have one DNF that I'm not counting. And also, I hurt my finger setting up my tripod. I don't know if you can see it. Like right here. Okay, you can't. I don't know what I'm trying to show you guys, but it hurts really bad. And it made me really sad. So that was a great way to start this video. Usually I get hurt during the videos, not this time. But let's just get right into it. I know it's really late. Currently it's November 7th when I'm filming this. I've just had a lot of stuff going on this week. So I just haven't gotten around to it. But this video should be going up on the 9th, so this Thursday. So that's when you guys are watching this, maybe. But yeah, let's just get started. Hi guys, it's future Annie right now. Currently I'm editing the video that you're watching, but I am feeling so tired. I need to pick me up, so I'm about to put you guys on to what helps me get through my day. Okay, so we are in my kitchen now, and I am gonna make myself a Javi Coffee. This is coffee concentrate. It is the best thing ever. It literally tastes so good. Instead of going out to freaking Starbucks or any of those expensive coffee shops where you have to spend like $7 on a coffee, you could just get this. The link will be in the description of this video, and if you use this code right here, you can get yourself some Javi coffee as well. So let's make some right now. I'm gonna use this cute little color changing cup. So what you want to do is put 2 teaspoons in your cup, and it literally tastes so good. Like, it's literally so much better than going out and buying an expensive coffee. And you guys can use either creamer or syrups to put in it. It's good either way. I'm gonna use a pumpkin spice. So I got my cup. There you go. Just do a couple pumps in there. And then take whatever milk, pour it in. Look at how cool the color changing is. Then you just add some ice. Don't mind me just spilling the ice. Mix it around a bit, and then just add a straw. And let's see. That is so good. Cheers, you guys. Go get it right now. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'll let you guys get back to this video, and I'll get back to editing. So the first book we have is Just Don't Fall by Emma St. Clair. I rated this one a 4 out of 5 stars. And this one is about, why do I feel like I talked about this? I don't think I did. But if I did, that's really awkward. But I finished it in October. So I think I counted this as October. Wait, let me watch my video real quick and make sure I didn't put it in for my September wrap up, because that would be awkward. Okay, yeah, I didn't. I don't know why. Maybe I talked about it in like a different video or something. But anyways, so Just Don't Fall by Emma St. Clair, a 4 out of 5. This book was so cute. So it's a non-spicy hockey romance, and it's about this girl who is like the social media presence of, I don't know if that's the right like term, but she's like the social media person for this hockey team, and this guy is her brother's ex-best friend, and he comes back to this town, and he's kind of like the grumpy guy, you know, but then, you know, sparks fly. And it is non-spicy, which I love, because all the hockey romances are just like too much in my opinion. But this one was so cute and wholesome and sweet. And the town, since it's like fall vibes, it's like, it totally reminded me of Stars Hollow, like from Gilmore Girls. It was just amazing, and I definitely recommend you guys read it. The next book I read was a 5-star read. It is The Sister Between Us by Haley Dicker. And going into this, I had no idea what to expect, but it was like so good. It was a brother's best friend, or no, sister's best, wait, why does this always confuse me? This always gives me the hardest time. Okay, best friend's brother. Oh yeah, best friend's brother. And it was so good. And there was a part in it that shocked me. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything because I think you guys should totally go into this book completely blind and you will like it. I'm telling you. Beautiful cover. It was so good, and I feel like throughout the whole book it was super entertaining and I never got bored, and it was just like a page turner that I just couldn't put down. So definitely recommend this one for you guys as well. The next book we have, I rated this book infinity stars. I started off this month strong, wow. But yeah, so I gave this book infinity stars. I was reading it as an ARC. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's advanced reader's copy. And my mom's currently reading it right now, that's why there's the bookmark. But it is The Problem with Dating by Brittany Cherry. It was so good, you guys. It's about this girl who lives in this small town, and this guy moves into the small town for unknown reasons, and he opens this like Michelin star, is that how you say it? I'm probably just messing that whole thing up, but a restaurant that is like super good, and in this small town, and everyone's like all mad at him because of it, because, you know, they don't want this like city-ness in their small town. But they kind of are enemies a little bit to lovers. Oh my gosh, you guys, you need to read this book. Everything good in this book, wait, everything good in the world is in this book. Yeah. And it also had Gossip Girl references. And if you know me, you know that that is my favorite show. So like, of course I'm gonna love it. Gossip Girl. It's literally small town, grumpy sunshine, enemies to lovers, and fake dating. Like, listen to those tropes and tell me this book doesn't sound interesting. I'm waiting. Exactly. Because you can't. Because it is so good. It's so good. The next book is Float by Kate Merchant. I rated this one a 3.5 stars. And it was a good book. It was a nice palette cleanser. I don't really have many thoughts about it. It was just a super simple book. I actually barely even remember it at all. Oh, yeah, it was cute. I like the cover more than the book. But I feel like it was kind of boring a little bit. But it was about this girl who goes to live with her aunt for the summer. And she meets her next door neighbor, and they kind of get off on the wrong hand, but then they start becoming close, and it's just like a little summer rom-com. It was good, you know, but it was just nothing spectacular, nothing really memorable, you know. Next, I read Powerless by Elsie Silver, and this one was such a disappointment to me. I rated 3 out of 5 stars because I was expecting it to be as good as the first two. Like, I literally loved the first 2 books in the series so much, but this one just fell flat for me. I felt like the girl's personality was literally just liking the male MC. Like, I don't even think she had a personality at all. It was so annoying. And I don't know, it wasn't really based in Chestnut Springs as much as the other books, and I also didn't like that. And I don't know, it wasn't bad, it was still good, but I just felt like it just didn't hit like the other 2. And I think I would have liked it more if this was just some like random book by a different author, and like, you know, that I had no expectations for. I think I would have liked it more, but since I had such high expectations for it, it was a big disappointment. This is definitely my least favorite in the series. Hopefully, in all, I still have 2 more books left. So hopefully the rest of the series is still good. I've heard a lot of people feel the same way about this book, so that gives me hope because they like the last 2. The next book we have is Next we have 5 Survive by Holly Jackson, and this book also kind of fell flat for me. I was expecting it to be as good as A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, and it just wasn't. It took place like overnight, like all this. Like each chapter was like an hour long. Oh wait, just kidding, that's a total lie. But it felt like it. Not like, how do I explain this? Oh my gosh. So like it's like 12 a.m. and then goes to 1 a.m. and then it like tells you what happens every hour. But I like, none of the characters were likable except for the main girl, I guess. I don't really care. But like just no one was likable in this book, and it was just kind of boring. But the end it picked up, but it was quite boring at first. But towards the end it got kind of good and it was entertaining enough. So it's like a 3.5, you know? But it definitely did not even compare to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. The next book we have is Play With Me by Becca Mack. I give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. It was so good, you guys. I would have rated it higher if it wasn't for the spice. Like I couldn't with the spice. It's just not my thing really. But like if you like spice, then this would probably be a 5-star for you, just because it was a lot. And literally, Play With Me, if you're thinking of that dirty, that's what it's meaning. I don't know if I should say that, but I just did, so. But other than that whole big part in the book, it was such a cute love story. I loved them together. It was, so the guy's captain, I think he's the captain. Yeah, his captain's little sister. And so they're like secretly together, and it is so good. I'm a sucker for like forbidden romance. Like I feel like it's just so good. Like the stakes are so high, and like they have so much feelings for each other, but they can't show it in front of other people. It was just so good. I loved the characters. I loved the, like, because this is the second book in the Playing for Keeps series. Yeah, that's what it's called. Had to check real quick. But this is the second book in the Playing for Keeps series, and the first book I didn't like as much as this one. This one was so good. I loved seeing all the characters from the first book though, and I feel like I really got to know them in this book, like that they're my friends now, so that's awesome. And I definitely would recommend this book to you guys, and the first one. It's not the first one was bad, but this one was just a lot better. The next book I read was The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and I had no idea what to expect. I heard really good things about it, but like, I don't know, I just wasn't that excited for it for some reason. But I rated this one a 4 out of 5 stars. It was surprisingly really good. I read a lot of books about chefs, I don't know why, this month, but yeah, this was one of them, and the guy is a chef, and basically the plot of this book is crazy. So the apartment that she lives in goes back in time 7 years. So when she's at the apartment, sometimes she'll walk in and it'll be like 7 years in the past where this guy is there. But then they meet in the future as well. And she's trying to figure out if he remembers her and like how it all connects, because like it's 7 years in the past and like what's going on. So I'm not gonna tell you guys anything more, just read the book. It was really good. But I do have to say, the first like 100 pages I was kind of like ugh. But then after that it was so good. Next we have another arc that I read, and it is Never Ever by Kelly Moore. I really liked this book. I was surprised. Like I said, sometimes I don't know why, but I'm just like not excited necessarily to read a book. But I don't know, I think I was more scared for it because it was labeled as a dark romance, but this is a very good dark romance. That's like, it's still a dark romance, but it's very not terrible. Like, it is the lightest dark romance, if you will. But basically, it's based in New York. It was so fun, and she owns a restaurant, and a fancy Italian restaurant. And he just sees her and immediately is wanting her, and not in like, well, that way too, but just like wants to be with her. And there's just all this drama that goes down with his family because he is part of a not so good family, and that's all I'm gonna say. But it is so good, and I hope this book blows up because it deserves it. And the second book somehow is already out, so I don't understand, but the second book is in my mailbox right now. I don't know how, because this book just came out, I thought, because I was reading the arc of it. So like, I don't know, but I'm really excited to read the second book because it's left off on a cliffhanger. I need to know what happens. The end. The next book was Pling to Win by Monica Murphy, who, as we all know by now, is one of my favorite authors. She is so good. I just love her writing. And I know what you're thinking. Annie, you love Monica Murphy's writing, but you don't like spice? Yes. I don't know how that really works, but it just does. Like, I just mostly skip over the spice and just call it good, you know? This one had a lot of it in there, so that also lowered my rating a little bit, just because, I don't know, some spice is worse than others for me. Like, I just can't for some of them. But I really did enjoy this book. It was such a cute wrap up to the series, and I liked the plot of it. I feel like that was fun. It was kind of forbidden romance because she works on the social media team for the football team, and he is the quarterback of the football team, and so they're not allowed to, like, she signed a contract that they're not allowed to hook up or anything. Like, she's not allowed to hook up with any of the players, but they end up having really big feelings for each other, and so they have to hide it. And yeah, it was really good though. Like, I would definitely recommend this series. My favorite book in the series though was definitely the second one. It was so good. I actually changed my rating. I went back and I changed it to 4.5 instead of a 4 of the second book, which is Playing by the Rules right here. And it was so good. But yeah, this one was still really good, and I enjoyed the series a lot, and I will miss it. Okay, this next book was actually so fun for me. It was Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. So I had heard a lot of bad reviews about this book. I'd also heard some good ones, but mostly bad. A lot of people said it was boring. It was just like, I don't know, I feel like everyone does not like this book, but I really liked it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I can still remember a lot of it too, and I have a bad memory, so I can't remember half of the books I read, but this one I still remember. It was so good. It was about this girl that interviewed this famous guy, and he's like, you know, imagine freaking like Jacob Elordi or something like that, I don't know. And like, she interviews him 10 years in the past, and now it's 10 years later. He's gone through all this crap, and you know, doesn't have as good of a reputation anymore, and she does the interview with him again, and it is just so good. And it goes like past and present timeline. I feel like it was written so well, and it was so fun, and it was like based in Hollywood, and I don't know, I just loved it, and I don't get why people don't like it. Like, I thought it was so good. And the next book we have was Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney, and I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. It was really good. Of course, the plot twist got me, like always, and I finished this on Halloween, and I read this between like 2 days before Halloween to Halloween, and so that was really fun because this is based during the day before Halloween and Halloween. And oh my gosh, how many times am I gonna say that? I'm not gonna say it again. The holiday though that I keep saying, but I think you guys knew. Okay, anyways, let's just go. That didn't even make sense. Oh my gosh. Okay, but yeah, so this book was really good. The plot twist got me. It was a little boring at first. Not boring, but just slow, because you know, you have to meet the characters and everything. It's not like a romance, you know, it's a thriller, but it definitely got me. It was so good. And it was about this girl who goes to her grandma's what's it called, house on this island, and you can only leave, the tide comes up for like 10 hours or something, so then you could only leave during a certain time. There's this storm, and her grandma had a fortune teller say that she was gonna die when she was 80, and hopefully it's all in the book. Okay, yeah, basically. So everyone just not everyone, but like people are just winding up dead and they can't leave and they don't know who's doing this. So it's kind of the premise of the book, which is crazy. And then we just have the book that I DNF'd, which is The Long Game by Elena Armis. I also DNF'd The American Roommate Experiment, and this book I got about halfway done, so I didn't rate it because I feel like you have to be over halfway. Like, I would rate it if I got to like maybe here, you know? But I was only halfway, so I feel like that's not good enough to rate it, because what if the end is really good? I don't know. But I just thought it was so boring. I felt like the characters were just fighting for no reason. The small town that it was in wasn't like a cute small town. It was like, in my head at least, it was like the crustiest thing, and they just coached this little girl's soccer team that I did not care about, and they just fought over everything, and then they get along 1 minute, and I'm like, what the heck? This book was not for me. And I didn't like the girl's personality. I could not relate to her. But anyways, that was just me disliking that book and ranting about it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and let me know any books you want me to read or you're interested in me talking about, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.